Hello, my name is Dr. Lou Catania, and I'm the author of Taylor&Francis' book entitled AI for Immunology. I trained as an eye doctor many years ago and have practiced for 52 years with a specialty in cornea. Cornea got me interested in immunology, and in the early 1990s I began doing postdoctoral studies in the science of immunology beyond just cornea. In the early 2000s, I began to realize the influence of artificial intelligence, and I'll use AI from here on out, the influence of AI having on virology and immunology. So I began further studies in AI, specifically in the areas of eye care and immunology. Please understand, I am not an AI programmer or coder. I'm an experimental scientist studying the development and applications of AI algorithms in healthcare and biosciences. AI is an enormously exciting and expanding computer science, as I'm sure you all realize and appreciate. Its impact on just about everything is almost incomprehensible, and immunology is no exception. AI's deep learning algorithms that use big data analytics, databases with billions of related facts on programmed subjects, referred to as immunoinformatics or computational immunology, are giving us answers to multitude of immunology-based diseases and new evolving immunotherapies like biologic drugs, monoclonal antibodies, vaccines, and immunogenic procedures like CRISPR and regenerative medicine. Probably the most compelling recent example of the value of AI for immunology is the speed in which a COVID-19 vaccine was developed compared to vaccine developments in the past. Whereas it took months, years, and even decades to sequence genomes to understand the pathogenesis and immunopathology of a virus and create an effective vaccine or antiviral agent, today AI-assisted next-generation sequencing, that's NGS as it's called, has reduced that time to literally minutes and the cost of development from billions of dollars to now under $500 for a single genome sequencing. Frankly, I'm surprised and a little disappointed that AI has gotten so little recognition for its role in the amazing development of the COVID vaccine. I guess that's one reason I wrote the book. Because of my interest in immunology, I began writing articles and book chapters 15, 20 years ago, and as usual with literature and any advancing science, it leads to invitations worldwide to lecture on AI and immunology. So finally I wrote some books, and AI for Immunology with Taylor&Francis is my most recent. My approach to immunology in this book is to understand it as both a friend and a foe in healthcare. Basically, innate immunity is a powerful defense system in our body that protects us, that is, self, against anything non-self, called antigens, or foreign substances. Even abnormal stress factors like physiological, mental, emotional are antigenic. When we're talking about trillions of antigens ranging from environmental factors, dust particles, onto viruses, bacteria, virtually anything that's non-self. Our immune system uses white blood cells like the macrophages and T lymphocytes that recognize and process the attacking antigen, and then B cells, natural killer cells, and immunoglobulins that produce antibodies to neutralize and remove the non-self antigens. So here, the innate immune system is our friend. But more powerful adaptive immune system, a more aggressive immune response when needed, can become a foe or an enemy to our bodies when it leads to inflammation, particularly chronic inflammation, which has been identified as the basis for most diseases, autoimmune diseases, cardiovascular, cancers, and now for the ravages of COVID-19, which I devote a full chapter in this book. Throughout the book, I try to demonstrate enormous benefits AI is providing to the science of immunology and how it's helping in immunology research and our better understanding of fighting the autoimmune diseases, the cancers, as well as helping us understand and defeat the novel coronavirus and future pandemics. The book covers a lot of ground in a concentrated and I think an understandable approach. I hope you get a chance to read it, enjoy it, and learn from the value of AI for immunology now and in the future. Thank you.